Da-na-na-na-na.
Trying to think of an idea for the podcast.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Can't come up with a goddamn thing.
Na-na-na-na-na.
We could always do a pitch meeting.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Man, we could probably just sing.
Na-na-na-na-na.
What about Milos and Borshti?
Na-na-na-na-na.
They were put in a homeland cell.
Na-na-na-na-na.
What we could maybe get Jay Courtney.
Na-na-na-na-na.
This podcast's gone to hell.
Hey, yo, Brendan and Nathan! You know that new sound you were looking for? Well, listen to this!
You know when I pick a movie, that's when I'm under pressure now. The question always comes back to me, what were they thinking now? Whoa, what were they thinking? What were they thinking?
The theme song just stopped playing.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, are we not still? Are we not still doing that? Oh,
It was better than
It's a shame
it was
about
better than,
Milos and Borshti.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
Right.
Arrested by Homeland?
We'll have to. We'll have to.
We're in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know how the red tape around that really worked, but
Well, hopefully we'll find out how Montrose got away.
well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't make it to the end of this episode, I mean, he's got about 90 minutes to get here. So, I mean, is he on the road right now?
Montrose?
Yeah, is he on the? Is he in the car? Is he on the road? Is he on the way?
I think he'd have to be. I hope he's not hitchhiking because he doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Oh shit. Well, maybe he caught a ride with the Muppets or something.
Well, that's a possibility.
Oh, Rolf. Oh, this is what is described in many circles as a podcast.
Yes.
And I'm Brendan.
I'm Nathan.
It is, of course, a podcast called What Were They Thinking, where we talk about bad to, at the very least, questionable movies. But yeah, we are talking about a movie that Nathan selected this week called The Long Kiss Goodnight, our fourth Renny Harlin film. Fourth.
Yeah,
It's
right?
crazy.
And so are his movies.
I really thought Michael Bay would have pulled ahead at some point, but it's looking like it. I mean, no, it's Renny Harlin's in the lead by 2. We're not going to talk about this movie alone.
No.
We've got a guest on the line in the studio, both at the same time. It doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the manana of the What Were They Thinking podcast, Steven from Everything I Learned from Movies.
Hey, everybody. I'm glad to be here on Four Screen and Country to talk about The Long Kiss
Wait a
Goodnight.
second.
I had no idea Renny Harlin was British, though. That's pretty interesting.
You didn't. Okay, so as a fan of Deep Blue Sea, you didn't know that the director of that movie was British? Come on, Steve.
Yeah, or, Die Hard 2.
Nathan's
or,
favorite Die Hard.
Skip Trace.
God, I forgot that movie existed.
Everyone did, don't worry. Cliffhanger? Yeah!
You mean Skip Trace starring Eve Torres?
And Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah,
and,
I think the real...
And what's that Jackie Chan looking guy?
Jackie Chan.
Oh, old Jackie Chan. Yeah, that's right.
So Long Kiss Goodnight. So before we get into it, I just have a little note about the movie, the budget, box office, and so forth. Because this movie was this is 1996, I believe. This is a $60 million budgeted movie, so it's pretty sizable for the time. Now a big budget movie is like $180 million or something like that.
Yeah.
$60 million. It made 95. However, apparently not a hit. with the $95 million. So I guess
That's horseshit.
Well, here's the thing about that. The previous Renny Harlin, Gina Davis joint was Cutthroat Island, where they lost like $150 million.
Yeah, and
So
at least they got a chance with this one to come back.
if you marry me, I will make you a fabulous pirate.
I think this is still leaving a sour taste in people's mouths at the time, like the kind of box office failure of Cutthroat Island only 10 months before this. But according to writer Shane Black, he has a different theory on why this movie failed. He said it might have made more money, but it had to be a woman.
I don't know. I feel that the fact that it was a woman is what made it interesting to me at the time.
Absolutely. I love this movie. I saw it in theaters. I've seen it dozens of times. I have several copies of it. I fucking love this movie.
I mean, I think if you switch the roles and you have Sam Jackson as the badass and Gina Davis just kind of as the side
Comic
piece
relief?
or whatever, it's just a pretty
Sidekick.
Side
piece is entirely different, buddy.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, if they switched it
could
up,
be a side
it just becomes a typical '90s action movie.
Yep.
I think with them doing the role reversal, that's exactly what made it interesting. So sorry, Shane Black.
You're wrong, and
You're
not
wrong.
just this time.
Nope.
We've seen Predator
Yeah.
or The Predator.
And starring Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson and a few other people. But Nathan, you go ahead. You tell us what this movie's all about.
Well, this movie is all about a super spy assassin by the name of Charlene Baltimore, who develops amnesia and takes on her undercover persona of Samantha Cain. She makes a life living as Samantha, as a school teacher, has a kid, and then one Christmas, that's why it's picked, because it's a Christmas movie, and if anybody who says otherwise I'll fight you. One Christmas, she takes a bump in the noggin from a car crash, and her memories start coming back, and all the people who thought she was dead are now coming after Charlie Baltimore, because they see her on the TV as Samantha Cain, as Mrs. Claus, and mayhem ensues. We have a fun sidekick in Samuel Jackson.
Side piece, yep.
And as you said, there are quite a few not so brightly burning stars, but this has got a pretty solid cast. We got Greg Bierko, Brian Cox, David Morse.
Who, by the way, I was astonished to find out that Brian Cox is not American.
Oh?
All this time, I think every movie I've ever seen with Brian Cox, he's doing an American accent, and I just thought for the longest time he's an American.
No.
He's a goddamn chameleon is what he is.
Acting genius. In fact, I feel we should hold him up on some sort of pedestal. Oh, BuzzFeed's telling me. Oh.
No, Brian Cox is
Not
cool.
Brian Cox, no.
Well, at least Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, shit.
Mother.
Surely Gina Davis won't. Damn it,
What?
Gina.
What? Gina? No.
No.
Well, I guess it's Greg Bierko because he's not a star. So.
Oh, Gina Davis horror stories from the set of Glow. But yes, it's a good cast.
Yeah, it's good cast,
Yeah.
and the
David
movie
Morse.
full of intrigue and all kinds of terrorist plots and foiling and deep state stuff and all the things that we thought was fodder for ridiculous movies and not things that people would take seriously and say in political discourse nowadays.
Or 2-hour YouTube videos made by usernames with numbers in their name.
Right, exactly. So let's just jump into this.
All right, jump into the pool,
We're
guys.
go-
Everybody
well,
got their
well-
swim trunks?
We're going to start off with an interesting credit opening.
I thought you were going to say interesting tidbit. I got excited.
No, interesting credit opening because
Oh, okay.
we're getting like she's practicing the name Samantha Cain and Charlie Baltimore, writing the names, both the names. We're getting a kind of a recap that is shot in a negative type treatment before we go past all that and we open on a Santa Claus parade. So right away we've established that this is indeed a Christmas movie.
Woo! Take that, Christmas of the Cranks.
Right?
Yeah, Christmas with the Cranks, less of a Christmas movie.
Yes. And Gina Davis, she's given the voiceover intro so you know who she is. That she's Samantha Cain. She was born 6 years ago on a beach in New Jersey, which, you know what? She's full grown. That stands to reason. Mutants are born in New Jersey. So...
True. She's also a teacher with amnesia, which is questionable. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, as long as she's got, she has focal grade amnesia, where she doesn't remember her life, but she remembers a lot of the knowledge, common knowledge that she has, I guess.
Okay, what is she teaching?
Just elementary school kids, I think. So I think she's like an English teacher.
I don't know.
I laughed at the opening when she said, "I was born 6 years ago." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "This is the best miscasting ever."
Take that, Jack.
And that's only because Julia Roberts did not get that gig as Harriet Tubman.
Oh my God.
Oh,
can you believe? I mean, I'm not shocked. I shouldn't say that I'm surprised because, yeah, Hollywood in the 90s, man. Woof.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted that to, I kind of am sad that never happened, just to hold it up as an example of how fucking backwards they are sometimes.
Yep.
Oh, and not even like her wearing blackface, just doing the role as a white woman as Harriet Tubman.
12 Years a Bride?
Yeah, but she's running off to build the railroad. Oh, and for some reason, Michael Fassbender is still a racist slave owner in that movie. I did think this was like a sultry romantic thriller, like Fatal Attraction style, based on that opening, though.
Yes, and it is not.
No. That's why I was a little like, I'm not quite sure what this is from the first few minutes. Because unlike Nathan and Steve, ladies and gentlemen, I had actually never seen this movie before.
Oh, you poor
Wow.
thing.
I'm glad we could do that for you.
Well, luckily, right after her backstory thing, we find out exactly what kind of movie this is when we're introduced to Samuel L. Jackson as Mitch Hennessy.
He's a shakedown con artist / private investigator.
Yeah, and I you know what? Okay, so obviously we're going to talk about some insane things that happen in this movie, and it's obviously a very entertaining movie, but I got to say, like, I'm being 1,000% genuine. I think Sam Jackson, this might be his best acting I've ever seen. Second,
It really is up there.
Second best acting, I should say. I think in Django that's his like career performance, but I think this is honestly like one of the best Sam Jackson performances I've ever seen.
I think I really like it because it does demonstrate his ability to deliver comedy and not in a Nick Fury kind of way.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying anything against his other roles. He's great, but like this is very like he's playing kind of against the normal Sam Jackson badass type.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he talks like a badass, but he's kind of a schlub.
Yep.
Which is really uncharacteristic.
And a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something controversial here. I think it's also Gina Davis's best acting.
Probably.
I mean, competition is Cutthroat Island?
Angie?
Beetlejuice, you son of a bitch.
Eh.
Oh.
Kindly go.
You can fucking leave. Meh to Beetlejuice.
Oh. No, to Gina Davis in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, she's
That's
great.
what the man is too.
Yeah. Doesn't she play Beetlejuice? Am I remembering that wrong? I thought it was...
I remember liking her, and then when I saw this movie, there's just something about her in this movie. I developed the hugest crush on her for the longest time.
Well, so were you a bigger fan of Samantha Cain or Charlie Baltimore?
Oh, Charlie Baltimore all the way.
Really?
Really?
Okay, I'm not into
Hard
the blonde
at.
hair.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I was a Canaanite.
Yeah, me too.
Wait. I think that does mean something different than I think it does.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
I think, Steve, I think we were into the Samantha Cain version more because of who her father is, of course.
Oh, of course.
Great thespian, Michael Caine.
My cocaine.
Samantha Cain.
well, he was. Didn't Brian Cox say that he was a British operative?
There you go.
Holy shit.
Yeah?
Or Irish, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're all the same. Get at me, Twitter.
Yeah, America, Canada, same thing.
At EILF Movies on Twitter.
Well, you know, with Homeland Security going to get Milos and Borshti in the opening song, I don't know.
So, yes, we meet Mitch Hennessy, and he is, as a shakedown artist, he's shaking down married men who are hiring his assistant as a prostitute and then busting in before they get a chance to seal the deal. He only has one assistant. He does, however, hire homeless men to be his assistant detectives.
Yeah.
And he can't even be bothered to teach them the Miranda rights.
But by the way, I want to know the backstory of his assistant, the girl from CSI New York or whatever, Karakanides, I think's her last name.
Okay.
I want to know the backstory of Trin though. Like, how is she in like for this? Like, no, you just let him get so close, and then I bust in and blah blah blah. Nothing will happen. Okay.
All right.
She's had a hard life.
Yeah.
I did note that she had beautiful blue eyes. One blue east and one blue west. So there you go. He's not a wise shakedown artist by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I mean, it's pretty established that he's kind of a low-rent detective.
Yes.
Yeah.
She actually even says that in the opening voiceover before we meet him. Mm-hmm. She's like, I hired the most expensive ones, and now I'm down to the dregs. It really doesn't matter. And then smash cut to Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
They do have that awesome... He has that awesome line where he says, if he doesn't shut up, he'll stick him in a cell with... someone will fuck him in the ass, and if my arrest gets thrown out for being too violent, I will hire men to follow you around for 5 years to fuck you in the ass. So if you're an ass fucking fan, you keep on talking.
Well, as much as we love this scene, we
I
need to move on
could
with
talk
the plot.
about it for hours, really.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this isn't the Long Kiss Goodnight minute by minute podcast?
It is not. All right,
Damn it.
next scene, Nathan. What happens next?
Well, the next thing we get to see the party because we cut back to Samantha and them. They've had a holiday party, and she's chastised one of the local children that if I catch you smoking, they'll never find the body. She's kind of joking, but later we find out that's a legitimate possibility. She drives. Was it Earl? He's the old guy, the drunk old guy. She's driving him home, and I get that he's supposed to be like delightfully drunk, but he's gross. He tries to cop a feel. He asks them how often they put their fingers inside their hands and pull them out, and she's like, "We do that as much as possible."
Every chance we get.
Yep. And then, oh dear. A deer.
The best animatronic deer hit.
Yeah, they
all
hit a
time.
deer. It kicks her in the head, and I believe it kicks Earl in the face. It causes a car accident. She's thrown from the car. Don't know why she wasn't wearing her seatbelt.
Well, she's driving. She doesn't have time for that.
Right. And Earl is cooked because the car catches fire and he burns to death.
I thought he was dead too, but like they don't ever mention it.
I feel it's safe to assume, but as Sam Jackson says, when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption.
Okay, do you want to hear something crazy about that line though?
What's that?
I've never seen this movie, and I've been saying I do say that line every once in a while, and I don't know if that like became popular because of this movie or whatever.
Oh no, it was out before this movie.
Yeah. Okay, because I've definitely said it before, and I was like, oh, is this where it comes from?
I often use a variation on it. I often say, when assuming you make an ass out of you and Ming, and he's a nice guy, I wouldn't do that to him.
Ming Na Wen, yeah.
No.
First off, not a he.
Oh, I'm just assuming that's who Nathan was talking about.
No, I was talking about Ming.
Oh, Ming! I gotcha.
It's another wrestling reference.
Got
secured. And I would not try to make an ass out of that man because he would tear my head off and eat my face. Anyways, Long Kiss Goodnight. All right, so she fucking murks a deer. The deer is still alive, and she breaks its neck.
Yep, and then after that is the weirdest anti-smoking ad ever.
Yeah, I will say, though, as far as dream sequences in a movie go, this one actually legitimately felt like it would have been somebody's dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it is. It is kind of disconcerted.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Yep. So good on you, Renny. Good on you, bud.
Renny Harlin.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Master.
Renny Harlin is Freddy Krueger.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Next Halloween.
Yeah, come back here, yeah. It's me, Renny. I kill you in your dreams. It's me, bitch.
So while she is dreaming or in her coma or whatever, we smash cut to the Jersey Correctional Facility, and we meet One-Eyed Jack, who apparently with one eye can see very clearly on a small analog television screen that's blocked by a metal mesh that red-haired woman is the blonde woman he tried to kill
Thank you.
6 years ago.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I wrote that down too as like, I was like, wow, that one eye is fucking awesome.
Right? All of his focus is now in that one eye. He could probably shoot laser beams out of it now.
So anyhow.
So Mitch's son's name is Todd, and I thought that was horrible.
What?
Mitch
Hennessy goes to see his son, who is named Todd, and I was like, that's the mom's choice right there.
And did you guys notice that there was a pair of sneakers hanging on the High Line up by
somebody
his ex-wife's place? No. Either she's a drug dealer or the person across the street is.
Oh, I thought that meant somebody died.
Nope. That is indicative that there is a drug dealer nearby. Fun fact, or interesting tidbit.
Fun fact, 'cause a fun
It's
fact.
not a fun fact. Shut up, Steve. It's an interesting tidbit.
Because it's a tidbit that's interesting.
Yeah. Where's Izzy?
So he's trying
She's
to
chopping
get
vegetables. No,
California. So he's trying to give his son a gift, and she is having none of it because he has done some time, we find out a little bit later, but she doesn't want him taking gifts from his father because she figures everything his father ever gives him is stolen. Mm-hmm. It's a little unfair, I think.
Well, I mean, if you're a career thief, I guess.
I don't See, that I don't know if he made a career out of it. I think he's just dumb and makes a dumb mistake and gets caught.
Yeah, I don't know though. If you're the father and you just did time for stealing and shit, I mean, I think if you're the wife, you're right to be a little hesitant.
True, but are you going to call around to all the bike shops to see if there was any robberies because he got his kid a bike?
I don't know.
And it's pointless because he doesn't boost them locally.
Well, if I'm vindictive as fuck, yes, I would do that.
Okay. So all right, so we can establish what his ex is like.
He's stupid enough to get himself in jail for 4 years. I'd be vindictive as fuck too.
Well, she also named her son Todd, so...
Yeah, take that, Sam Jackson.
And it sounds to me like she must hate her son because she named him Todd.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not taking his side. Yeah, and then this is where and this is the scene where she's like chopping vegetables and thinks she was a chef in her previous life.
Yes, because she apparently knows how to dull the blade of a knife and waste a quarter of a carrot. Because that's what chefs do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that bothered me.
So she's not teaching home ec. So
obviously.
That's off the subject list.
Because at first she can't get her shit together. She cuts her finger while she's trying to cut a carrot. And then when she starts, I know how to... At first, she had the right technique. And then she just starts slamming the fucking blade down on the chopping block. And I'm like, you're killing that knife. You're ruining the blade.
Oh.
Yep.
And wasting like a quarter of a carrot.
And then they start throwing her like fruits and vegetables to like cut really quick, and then she fucking stabs a tomato against the wall. She's like, "It's a chef thing."
Chefs do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, chefs do that because I think about 80% of them have records.
Well, yeah, because usually you take food safe when you're on the inside. It's one of the courses you can take.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Gordon Ramsay has done time?
I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, you hear how he swears?
Yeah, no shit. I think he was on Oz.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, Gordon Ramsay. I'm talking about he's the Swedish one, right?
The Swedish chef.
He's done time.
Flirty,
Wait a second.
Flurg, I will cut you.
Hey there, chef, it's me.
Oh, flurg.
Remember that time we did 5 up at San Quentin?
Oh, burger, lurger.
Blurgin, larceny.
Oh, you really filled up those arm sleeves.
Hey, you're like, wow, man, it's me. I'm here to join the party.
Oh, hey, Janice.
It's great you hired the whores.
Where's the band at? I need some Coke.
Gary Oldman?
Hey, it's me, Matthew.
I'm a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf too.
What did you do?
Good God.
Anyhow,
What just happened?
Let's get back to Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yes.
We get to meet one of our big baddies in Greg Bierko,
A.K.A. fake Tom Cruise from Scary Movie 4.
Also a fake Lister from the American Red Dwarf pilot.
And evil and opponent of Russell Crowe and Cinderella Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and star of the 13th Floor.
Oh, yeah, he's in that, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, but his name's Timothy in this movie.
Right.
You got a thing with names, Steve?
That badass
I'm just
named
back to
Timothy.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yep.
Oh, he does. There is a quick slam on Baywatch Nights.
Hey, you remember your friend One-Eyed Jack? Yeah, he's doing time up in Jersey. Well, not anymore. He escaped after he saw what they said, something on television that disturbed him.
And he's like, yeah, I saw it too. It's called Baywatch Nights.
Get to the fucking point. I love this movie. I love this movie.
Every fucking line and syllable.
Mm-hmm.
The 872nd syllable I'm not crazy about.
Shut up.
So, it's just the briefest of introduction because after that, he kills the guy he's torturing and they just head on off to Samantha and her daughter learning to ice skate.
Yeah, and Gina Davis turns into a real grump.
Oh, I don't know. Kids need that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, oh, yeah, she's being so rough on her and blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It's a sprained wrist. I mean, it's no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. It's fine.
Life is pain,
it's
B.
Fine. That's right.
You just live with it.
You live with it. She'll be fine. Kids break their wrists all the time. She's tough.
Yeah.
You tough, right?
Oh, okay, guys. Whatever you say.
Shut up, Brendan. Leather up, girly pants.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sapporo beer makes me a mean drunk. Good lord. They're our sponsor. Oh, god damn it. Anyhow. Yes, this is where we get that fantastic life is pain speech from Davis to her 6-year-old.
Yep.
I think she's 8.
Oh, 8. Sorry. 8.
Yeah.
Oh, NVM, it's fine.
Practically a woman at this point.
Again, you know what?
Steve, that deeply disturbs me that you said that. On many levels.
Kids need that sort of thing. They need to be told, suck it up.
Officer,
lessons.
she was practically a woman.
She was 8.
Good God.
Oh, down there, Epstein.
Yeah, Steve.
All I'm saying is it was time for her to learn some life lessons. Number 1, you're the one that wanted to fucking ice skate.
Yep.
I thought you said you were the one that wanted to fuck an ice skate.
Wow. Wow, Brendan. Wow.
Listen,
Every time.
First off, the logistics. I mean, do you just run along the blade, or is it like that little...
Christ.
listen,
Is that a hockey thing?
I think my opinion can be summed up with one line, and that is, of course, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Very good.
The moon landing was faked.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing. The evidence is in The Shining!
So, she breaks her wrist. We find that out. Gina Davis feels bad about it, but she doesn't have a whole lot of time to feel bad about it because One-Eyed Jack shows up at her door with a group of carolers at gunpoint. Mm-hmm. And I love this. This is, oh my God. The gun, it's not just a shotgun. It's got like a fucking mortar launcher on it, too.
Yeah, I have that written down like, is this a fucking grenade launcher and shit, too?
Which she blocks with the fridge door?
Of course. I think that was
and he
just
blows
a
a hole in the
shotgun,
side of
though.
the house?
Well, that was the mortar. I think he was trying to kill her with the straight shotgun shells when she blocked that with the fridge.
Because when it showed him like the utter destruction he could cause, I was like, what?
And she takes her poor child with her broken wrist and throws her out
the hole. Yes.
into the treehouse.
But then the coup de grace. How does she kill One-Eyed Jack?
With a pie!
Pie to the
A
face.
fucking pie!
And then murders him, and then finishes the job with the least convincing neck break I've ever seen.
Well, she stands over top of him, does the dim mock, and then fucking breaks his neck.
Yeah, there wasn't even like a twist. She just kind of hung onto his head, and then the camera cut away.
No, wait, guys. Back to the pie. How the fuck did she kill him with a pie?
It was a glass pie plate.
Okay, so it cut up his face a bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve, she didn't kill him with the pie. She subdued him with the pie.
Like gave him a concussion or something. Then
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what the movie Concussion was about?
Everybody taking a pie.
That's
to the
why
face.
they don't make helmets out of pies now.
Wait, that seems even worse.
Yet the best part about this is I'm watching the Ohio State Michigan game right now while we
You
talk.
son of a bitch! I'm missing it for this. God damn it!
You're welcome, Steve.
All right, so we skip to the end.
So at this point, I wrote down that the husband should be more freaked out than he is.
Yeah,
is.
He's definitely in the category for most nonplussed reaction for the Manhouses this year.
Oh, we need to make that a new award.
Yeah. Well, and also Mitch Hennessy is at the front door when this is all going down too. So first time I watched this, I was like, "Oh shit, is he in on this?"
Oh yeah, well, we ran past that. Mitch is on his way to see Samantha because they find a treasure trove of stuff that she left behind in her old life as Charlie Baltimore from an old rental that she had, and the lady didn't throw any of this stuff out, so he's going to visit her to basically ask for more money so he can, line his pockets and do what he thinks is just helping her uncover what her old boring life was.
Yep. So that's when she's like, all right, so let's go, Sam Jackson. This is a road movie now.
Yes. This movie has a whole lot of elements that go into other movies quite well. It's just, I thought it was going to be sweet and romantic. Nope. I thought it was going to be a buddy road movie. Nope.
Nope. Action badassery.
God damn right.
So, yeah, they're on the road.
Yes, and they're not talking about the linen because he's singing along with "Really Want to See You Tonight," and he keeps getting the lyrics wrong while he's checking out the tits of joggers. I will say this about the dialogue, or at least the incidental dialogue, not the intense dialogue, but just the exchanges between her and Sam Jackson, her and the husband. That all had a very real conversational feel to it. Now, when she's talking to Timothy, she says some outlandish shit.
Well, that's Shane Black.
Yeah, when it starts getting to the intense action stuff, the dialogue, I think, gets less realistic.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm gonna watch you die, bitch. Like, stuff like that.
You're gonna die screaming.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Am I telling the truth?
Am I?
Yeah.
So
Getting ahead of ourselves.
next, we get our smash cut to Brian Cox.
Oh my god, I quote this every other week. I swear to Christ.
Well, then go ahead, Steve.
Oh well, let me get my Brian Cox accent
Get
on.
into it. Yep.
That dog has been eating its asshole for the last 3 hours. I assure you, anything that was there requires an hour at most. Whatever's there is either gone for good or there to stay.
We do, but I there was a fun Easter egg when Charlie or Samantha, I guess, still at this point, and Mitch hole up at the that Dutch motel. And what movie is on the television?
I don't remember.
The Long Goodbye.
Oh, I've never seen it.
It's an old gumshoe type movie with Elliot Gould.
No.
Oh, that's the what do I need a girl for? I got a cat.
Yep, pussy's pussy.
No, never. I knew it was Elliot Gould, but I've never seen that movie.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's a good movie. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's got a very they're trying to go for like a noir type feel, but in a modern setting. And by modern, I mean the
Late
70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's at this point they get in touch with Brian Cox, right? And he reveals that she works for the U.S. government.
Yes.
And her name is Charlie Baltimore.
And this is also where we find out that Mitch does that bit where he sings his routine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because when they're in the hotel room and he's like, putting my pants on the bed. Yeah.
And she's looking at him and he's like, "Oh, don't mind me. This is something that I do." You know.
I honestly thought this was going to come back as a more important plot point later. Like it does happen a few times, but
and they do have the music cue for the song that kind of is more well known for that.
Yeah.
Well, and it does come up
Sort
as
of.
a plot device when they get to the train station where they're meeting up with Brian Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Put my gun in the right.
Well-
like put my keys in the left pocket.
Yeah.
Put my gun in the right.
But I mean, even if we didn't have him singing that part, we still see that he's putting a gun in his pocket.
Yeah, but this makes it fun. And that's what Renny Harlin is all about.
I'm not
fun.
saying it's not fun, but I'm just saying it's weird that it doesn't actually come up as like a major plot thing later. Because they establish like a quirk, and you think like, oh, they established this weird quirk. It's going to figure into the plot somehow.
Like Amnesia.
Yeah.
Well, they use it a few more times. Like they used them at the train station.
Yeah.
They use it later when they get to Daedalus, and by Daedalus I mean one of the other baddies, not the Greek myth whose kid flew too close to the sun.
So anyway,
Moving on.
yeah. So they meet Brian Cox there, and but then they get jumped by the villains, Craig Bierko and his merry men.
Oh, and he
jeez.
he goes up to because he wants to see that she doesn't really recognize him, and he just does his kind of like, I don't know, shitty put on where he's charming and stuff like that. And it's where I put, why couldn't he have been a good sociopath?
Yeah, because as soon as he starts talking like that, I'm like, I'm sorry, even if I don't know who I was before and this guy starts talking to me like this, he's a villain. Like, I don't think his nice guy act was very convincing.
Oh, I don't know. He was affable enough, and he definitely came across as a very, guy trying to pick up in a bar. I mean,
I'm sure Craig Bierko has secured plenty of times in the day with that
probably. I mean,
his stare was a little too long.
I don't know. He didn't come across as a Duke lacrosse player to me.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
wow.
What? Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
So there's a big shootout, but they managed to escape, and then Brian Cox comes by and saves the day.
Whoa. Slow it the fuck down.
No, we have to get through this movie. We're like an hour
Okay,
into this.
shootout occurs. They go running up the top of this train station to the third floor. Grenades up there. Oh shit, we have to outrun the explosion of this grenade. Got through the window.
Yeah,
3 stories down into a fucking ice pond. Oh shit, it's cold. Run to the parking lot. Oh shit, we're screwed. Get in the car. My dog's eating its asshole.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
See how long that took? Like a minute.
So they outran a grenade fireball. Let's just make sure we mention that again.
Yes. By jumping out a window and shooting the thin ice that Gina Davis just so happened to notice as they were walking into the train station. So the next bit is that they've actually met up with Brian Cox, and he's explaining what's going on, and she's tripping out, obviously, because this is fucked up. And how did she know how to use that gun and escape like that? And she's like, I'm in the PTA. Then quit.
You're goddamn government assassin.
And meanwhile, while they're talking, Sam Jackson is putting on his outfit from Formula 51.
Yeah.
It would be perfect on Hockey Night in Canada. He could replace somebody.
Hey, I'm good with that.
He was just missing the kilt.
But yeah, he starts putting, and then he starts like doubting Brian Cox. He's like, no, this guy set us up. Let's get out of here. And they fucking drive off and leave him there.
Mm-hmm. And they drive to David Morse's farm.
Who, from the William Fichtner school of like, oh, it's David Morse. Oh, okay, so he's the villain.
See, I don't get that from David Morse.
Oh, really?
I really don't. I mean, I know he has been villains. I mean, in this and The Rock, but it's David Morse. He just he looks like the fun uncle to hang out with.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he was the bad guy in like 12 Monkeys or Suburbia. Or...
I'm just saying, I would be
16
duped.
Blocks. Everyone remembers
16,
that movie,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
If I encountered David Morse, I would be duped. I mean, sure, he'd probably kill me, but I would be duped because I think he's fantastic.
I don't
He
know,
is fantastic.
Something about the way he's like, "Oh, baby, I love you." I was like, "Nope, nope, nope. Get away, get away, get
Yeah.
away."
It's his,
You and me, we were, you know...
you pursued me.
But Sam Jackson does get a boner from Gina Davis saying that she knows that David Morse sits down when he pees.
Yeah, and we also get his artistic ability on display, where Brian Cox finds him because of the information that was located below the address to a topless bar and next to the drawing of a man's penis.
It's a duck.
It's a duck, not a dick.
See?
Wait, can I just say, how did he catch up to them that quickly?
I'm
He's
guessing
a
it
goddamn CIA assassin. He can
Yeah.
do anything.
No, wasn't he on foot?
Brendan, either
Hitchhike.
somebody is dead at the side of the road or he just carjacked somebody. Because there's no way he walked. Brian fucking Cox does not walk.
If you see Brian Cox on the side of the freeway, are you picking him up? Of course you are.
Of course, yes.
You've seen Manhunter, and you're still picking him up.
I would love to see. I would love if he had never actually gone there, and then like you go through the whole movie, and then you just see a scene of him finally getting to the bar and be like, "Damn it, where are they?" It's like
On the Larry King show, he kicks open a door. You son of a bitch!
Okay, time to go do some more adamantium experiments.
And it's funny because it's at this point where Sam Jackson goes, "Are you fucking William Shatner or something? Calm down." So, Samantha gets water wheeled, which is...
Oh, I thought it was Wonderwald.
No, she gets water wheeled. It's kind of like waterboarding, but you get strapped to a water wheel when it happens.
So wait, you're saying that David Morse turned out to be a villain?
Yes. I was as surprised as you guys. I was shocked. Every time I rewatch it, I think it's going to be different. It never is.
Right? He's just so fucking charming.
Right? It's the eyes. It's the eyes. They're just... I could look into them all day.
Like, they're soft, supple eyes, but they're also not creepy like Craig Bierko.
And that silvery, salty pepper hair, just a dream.
Okay, so while Nathan's thinking about that, can we talk about the folksy torture device he has?
The water wheel.
Water wheel.
I know,
We were talking about it, Brendan. Catch up.
It's such a great it's such a great I don't know. I just found it very folksy.
And all of this causes more damage to Gina Davis's cerebellum because she's, the oxygen denied to her brain because she's being drowned. And then she starts to remember everything.
And she also sees dead Brian Cox in the water.
Right. And in her remembering everything, she remembers he has everything. He has a gun strapped next to his penis.
Mm-hmm.
So she grabs Brian Cox.
Man, these things are really different when
boys.
Izzy's not around. And she comes, when David Morse brings her back up, she fucking murks him.
Mm-hmm.
Pop, pop.
Yep.
But not before he says something really creepy about, "I love a woman's face when she's in pain."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
The miracle of childbirth.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so weird. Yeah, the beauty of childbirth. I was like, oh god. Shoot him quick.
Oh my god, somebody kill him.
And this
Also,
is where
why
we
did the
also...
villains...
Go ahead.
I was just saying, why did the villain strip Sam Jackson naked?
I don't know.
Okay,
maybe they had
weird.
heard rumors and they wanted to, make sure for themselves.
Turns out it's really small.
I thought it'd be down to his knee at least.
It's almost a vagina.
We do also find out that not Samantha Kane, but Charlie Baltimore apparently had a little with Timothy.
Yeah, well, I think he's like the father of her child, right?
Yeah,
I believe it's they bumped pelvises.
Yes, and he says, "Best night of your fucking life."
Wait, was this right after the shower scene? Because I remember there being a shower scene in this movie.
Right after that's just before, because once she breaks free of the water wheel and saves Sam Jackson, then we go.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
I remembered you said I got confused again about the water
wheel.
Yeah.
And so then we're going to Atlantic City, fellas. And this is where Gina Davis is dyeing her hair because now she's full on Charlie Baltimore. And my God, I want to see a battle between her and Sarah Connor.
Did you say a bath?
Battle. Well, that too. I mean,
I heard bath too. I'm like, well, I mean,
wait, what did you originally say?
I said battle, but a bath between her and Sarah Connor.
See,
like T2.
I'm hearing bath both times still.
Yeah. Oh wait, do you mean a bout? Like a battle between the two?
Yes, a battle.
Oh. Okay, because you're saying bath like 4 or 5 times.
I think I'm just cutting out on your guys' end of the audio.
Because I just like, no, not bath. I'm like, what?
Battle.
There we go.
And it's not a bout, it's a boot.
Thank you, Steve.
That's our word, Steve. You don't get to use it.
I gave him permission for this one time.
Wait. Sorry.
Okay.
Wait,
hey, that's our word too, eh?
Sorry.
You have to say sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. Yeah, so is this where she's like, she kind of comes on to Sam Jackson a little bit?
Well, a little bit, because he's, his wound is seeping.
Yeah.
Because she's patched him up, and she needs to change the Band-Aid, and she flashes him and rips the Band-Aid off. Which, you know what? I would put 6 or 7 bandages upon me if that was going to happen.
So Canadian healthcare, is that all covered with the nurses like flashing you as they pull the bandages and catheters
Steve,
or whatever?
It's a fantastic place to live. You've got to come here.
Steve, some of the strip clubs double as hospitals.
Good, actually, fun.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I got to start that down here in America.
Yeah, you got to start that in Utah, where it will be widely accepted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to peel back the curtain on our recording, after I'm done this, I'm probably going to hit up our legal weed stores because they're having a Black Friday sale.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Black Friday into Green Saturday, am I right?
Right?
Yeah. Into, fuck, I need to lay down Sunday.
So anyway, Charlie Baltimore calls Mr. Perkins, her old boss, and is basically like, hey, guess what? I'm not dead. What's my next job? Like, well, I guess come in for debriefing. But we find out Mr. Perkins is in cahoots with Craig Bierko. I'm sorry, Timothy. And all the bad guys. Mm-hmm. What? That can't be.
What?
Maybe this will be explained later.
No. And this is where I think Gina Davis and Sam Jackson are like having their arguments, and she goes into town, right? Because she finds out that that this little keychain that she gave to her daughter, that someone's going to come after it because it has a little.
It has a key for a safe deposit box or a locker that has like apparently a ton of money, passport, secret documents and whatnot.
Yeah, so she goes back home and has a really funny confrontation with a kid and tells him like if he says anything she'll shoot him in the fucking face or something. Well, and then he immediately
okay, that's Russell from before, the kid who was trying to steal cigarettes at the holiday party, and she says if I catch you smoking again, they'll never find the body. You understand? He's like, yes, Miss Kane.
Immediately pisses his pants in the scene too.
Well, Yes, because later, when she shows up this time, he's smoking again, and she's got a fucking assassin's rifle with her, and she takes the cigarette from him, smokes it, gives it back, and says, "If you tell anybody you saw me, I'll blow your fucking head off."
Yeah.
Yeah. Parenting.
Yeah. And then, yes, he pisses his pants.
And then the crazy thing is, so like she goes up to her.
This is the crazy thing?
Yeah, this is the only crazy part. Everything else is fairly normal. She goes up to her house and she looks in the window, and for like a second, I was like, wait, is her plan just to assassinate her family?
Well, you know what? She came pretty close to shooting her kid, that's for sure.
She sticks the gun out the window, and I'm like, holy fuck, this movie is going to get even crazier.
She's using the scope to get a zoomed-in view.
So she can shoot children, I get it.
Hashtag child murder, yes, yes. Mariah's giant cock.
Wait a second. Now you're just saying things.
I'm just playing WWTT bingo.
Hold on, I'm going to call it a couple more. Postal is the worst. Postal is the worst. Okay, let me reach in there. Okay. Oh, what does this one say? Follow us on Patreon. Follow us on Patreon. Okay, and no bingos yet? No, okay.
Check out Podbean. Podbean.
Podbean. Podcoin.
Podcoin bingo!
Oh, shit.
This is exciting.
Steve, bring up your card. Okay, let me
Here
just
you
take
go.
a look here. God damn it, Steve. Fun fact is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have interesting tidbits.
You literally wrote over everything with your shit.
Sorry, just trying to make the game better.
Milos, Borscht. Oh, shit, they're not here.
They were detained, right?
Fuck.
More
Marcos
later.
is
There,
here.
I got another one.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I got someone to get you out. Just 1 second, Steve.
Oh, yeah?
All right, you get back here.
Oh,
Let me
shit.
see your bingo card, young man.
Mother Superior, what are you doing here?
Let me see that bingo card.
There's one thing
Here.
Catholics know, it's bingo.
Let me see it. Oh, you're in big trouble. Oh, you're in big trouble. Mother Superior, there's a child throwing stuff outside. He's smoking and stuff. What? Oh, you're lucky this time, Steve. Oh, God.
Brandon, if you unleash Mother Superior, she is way, way worse than Milos and Borscht.
She doesn't stop until blood is spilled.
Oh, that child. Oh, she
true
just
Catholic.
got outside. She just got outside there, and yeah. Oh, yep. That's a hashtag child
that's-
murder.
He is.
Wow.
He's not recovering from that.
There is no breathing going on.
Nope.
Oh, lock the door. Lock the door. Oh, thank God. Steve, you're welcome. By the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh God.
All right, so Mitch honks the horn.
Because yes, Miss Daisy, I be honking.
I'll be honking. Yeah, so Sam Jackson's like playing lookout or whatever, and she basically tells him, if you see any trouble, honk the horn 3 times, and I'll come help you.
Yep.
So she hears honking 3 times, runs out, sees that he's being chased by guys with like just shooting fucking machine guns and shit out of a fucking Chevy Blazer or whatever, skidding on the road. And so she straps on some ice skates and chases them across a frozen lake.
Which made me love her even more.
Yeah.
But then while that's happening, guys, in the church, it's a different story. Because Craig Bierko was there. He fucking puts like a gas mask on Gina Davis's like daughter. And then some mom sees him and he says, you're about to have 2.4 children. Holds a knife to like her kid's neck.
Wait, he's a bad guy?
He's not. Yeah, I mean, he looks nice.
But those charming Elijah Wood eyes. I mean,
Elijah Wood's never played a villain. Wait, has Izzy ever watched Maniac?
no. No, she hasn't watched The Trust either, or whatever, with Nicolas Cage and Elijah Wood.
Oh, I think Maniac would be the most horrifying, because you are Elijah Wood in that movie, and he's a murderer.
She has seen Sin City. She did not care for it.
Did the whole movie?
Well, care for that bit.
Oh, okay.
She's like, see, I knew it. It's like, that's about it.
That was the first movie where I was like, Elijah Wood is pretty believable in this part.
Yes.
So when we do our Patreon picks, just remember Elijah Wood's IMDb page. All right. Well, they get so back in Long Kiss Goodnight. Charlie saves Mitch by killing a bunch of people in a Chevy Blazer, and the town seems very nonplussed about what just happened.
It's Philadelphia, dude. It's Philadelphia.
Was it Holmesdale, New York, or wherever the fuck it's supposed to be?
Oh, is it?
Know.
I thought it was Philly. Maybe.
No, it's in New York.
Is it New York? Whatever.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
So then she gets the call that Timothy has their daughter, and it's like, oh shit, we need to find out where they are. How are we going to find that out?
Phone company.
Yeah, we're going to hijack the motherfucking phone company.
I gotta say, I do really like that scene.
Oh yeah.
Where they
Holiday Inn, Chet speaking.
Yep.
Please hold.
Yeah, they like reroute the Holiday Inn to the phone company, and then trace the call when Craig Bierko calls and find out that they're in Niagara Falls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Project Honeymoon.
Oh, Canada.
Project Honeymoon.
That's why it's
Some sort
called
of-
Project Honeymoon.
Yeah, it's like some sort of false flag thing where they're going to stage a terrorist attack and
To make it look like the 93 World Trade Center bombing.
yeah, somebody says blame it on the Muslims naturally.
Yeah,
Yep.
4,000 people dead.
I
Blame it on the
actually-
Muslims. Raise budget for security. Patriot Act.
I noted fucking wow.
Oh, trust me. 2001, Steve was right there.
Yeah.
I've seen this before many times.
They even mention that the World Trade Center bombing in '93 was an inside job.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yep.
I wrote down. I was like, this is definitely a clip in the movie. Like this clip in the movie has to be in one of those 9/11 conspiracy videos. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if it was not in at least one of them.
And then we get this is when we get the reveal about her daughter being Timothy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Which I think we kind of figured the whole time, I think.
What?
I mean, I kind of thought it was his. When it wasn't
maybe.
David Morse's kid, I was like, oh, it's probably that guy's kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it wasn't the real husband.
Well, she was pregnant with her. They established that.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't One-Eyed Jack.
Obviously.
And it definitely wasn't Mitch Hennessy's.
But Craig Bierko, at one point, was just like, somebody get my little bitch.
And that's exactly
Yeah, yeah.
Can you bring in my little bitch?
Another line where he says is like, do you mind if I take a look at your fucking eyes?
Yes.
But yeah, so at this point, I think they kidnap him basically at this point, right?
Well, okay. So while she's trying to get away with her daughter at first, she gets trapped down in the basement that's filled with kerosene.
Yes.
And they use the Baby Alive or Baby Peas So Real or whatever the fuck it's called, fills the reservoir up with kerosene.
Wait, no, that's not till later.
No, this is here.
No, it's here.
That's when they're in the freezer.
Yeah. Because
but before they're in the freezer, they were trapped, and that's when they fill it with the kerosene.
Right.
So then when they're in the freezer, they release the fluids.
I didn't catch the kerosene thing, so then later I was like, why is the doll piss flammable?
That's why it's flammable.
Made in China.
Because they say, I smell kerosene or something like that, and it'd be an awful way for a kid to go. We'll give you 30 seconds to think about it. And then she looks at the doll, looks at the kerosene. And then later, when the doll pisses, you're like, oh, she filled it with kerosene.
Or me, oh, the doll's piss is gasoline.
Flammable. Good job,
Don't
buddy.
piss hot fire.
Yeah, it's okay. It's doll's piss is kerosene. I don't know why I'm Tommy Wiseau all of a sudden. Yeah, it's a real movie film.
So yeah, she digs out the bottom part of the door in the freezer, so the kerosene will go out and pool near the other barrels of kerosene.
Yep.
And this is where we get our plot point matches.
You're what?
The plot point matches. Because when she left originally, she gave her daughter matches. Because that's what you do with 8-year-olds. You give them matches.
Yeah, just for safekeeping.
Well, to light a candle to guide her way home.
Exactly. And then when she can't get a spark from the iron, she's like, "Don't cry, Mommy. I keep them there for lighting your candle," because she's keeping the matches in her cast.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Should we get a dog?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blows fucking everyone to death. It's great.
So they blow the fucking door off, and it's enough that where Sam Jackson is just about to get shot by Craig Bierko in another room. He
another room on the 3rd floor of the lodge.
Right. Yeah, he blows out the fucking window, and not only does he survive the fall, he gets up quick enough to pinpoint precision with a knife at someone's head.
And this is where I'm saying...
Oh, he also flew through the sign of the hotel.
Sign.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Not even an ouch.
Yeah. And this is where I noted that fucking Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich need to take notes. This is how it's done.
Give Renny Harlin another franchise.
Give him an Oscar, for fuck's sakes.
Well, let's not get crazy.
I'm supporting it because they mean nothing to me. So,
okay. Moving on.
Let's see here. I have a note that Timothy is such a misogynist, but I think that just kind of interweaves throughout the entire movie.
He says bitch a lot. I don't know.
A lot.
He's Freddy Krueger?
Yeah. Hey, bitch. You know that kid? That's my fucking seed, bitch.
Let me see that bitch's eyes. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, the little bitch, they're trying to escape
Okay,
now.
hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Caitlin's her name. Caitlin, the little girl.
Caitlin,
Gina Davis is like trying to shoot everybody, and she's like, "Quick, hide somewhere!" And so shit kid goes and hides in the tanker that's about to be blown up for a terrorist act because cool dark place, I guess.
So Mitch almost makes it to help Cathead, but he gets captured and he gets stuck in a car in the back of a trailer, which they're going to use to... and there's a dead body in there, too, of a Muslim chap who they're going to frame for all of this. Are we caught up now?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So she carjacks the transport truck that they're going to drive into the middle of town and cause this destruction. The guy who's driving the truck messages Greg Bierko and says, "She got me, sir. I'm hurt real bad. I think I'm dying."
Continue dying.
Love that line.
Yeah, Gina Davis pulls a Terminator 2 on a truck driver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get out. It just keeps getting better and better. Unfortunately, though, the truck doesn't have any brakes.
Yeah. And so then she has to pull another Terminator 2 by sliding that bitch a good kilometer into the middle of a bridge.
The truck that has her child in it.
Yeah. Oh, she bumped her head. We find out later. I'm like, bitch, you're dead.
I like where she's like, "Suck my dick, every last motherfucking one of yous." Better than fucker fuck off from Showgirls.
Oh,
better than G.I. Jane either.
Oh, no way. That's my favorite part of that movie.
It's the only part of that movie, as far as I'm concerned.
So Charlie and Timothy get into a knife fight, and he's only got a 3-inch knife.
Don't worry, you'll feel me.
And then Sam Jackson shows up. He's like, "You call that a knife? This is a motherfucking knife!"
And he's still alive. I love that.
Oh, so here's the thing, though, guys. He wasn't originally supposed to be.
Oh, really?
So I thought I'd save this for when we got to this part, but I'll tell you a little story I read here. Originally, Sam Jackson's character, when he gets shot in the chest, now I'm not sure if he's supposed to be right away in that scene or later. Spoiler alert: when they're in the car, but he was 100% dead in the original version. They did it. They went to a test screening, and somebody got up out of their seat and literally just yelled, "You can't kill Sam Jackson!" So Renny Harlin, I'm guessing what his reaction was, "Okay, I won't do it in the future either."
Deepest, bluest, my head is like a shark's fin.
Make sure you watch my next movie. I'm a bad little director.
See, my note of Still Alive was actually directed towards Timothy because he gets thrown down into the water, the icy cold water of Niagara Falls, and still emerges on the shoreline.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, sorry. But the Sam Jackson thing is true, though. That's crazy.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is an interesting tidbit that I was unaware of.
Yeah, it's a tidbit that's interesting.
Because it's a tidbit that's interesting. That's right.
That's right. So Craig Bierko's still alive.
Yes.
But don't forget the guy who falls out of the helicopter on fire.
You can't.
What's that?
So, she saves Cathead, and then she's like, "You need to go, sweetheart. It's a bomb. You have to run," because the government is not coming to save her at all. And Sam Jackson roars to life, and "That's right. You can't kill me, motherfuckers."
Yeah, he hulks up.
Yep.
Yeah, just because you shoot me in the chest, you think that'll keep me down?
So he as he's driving to save them, she realizes that Greg Bierko's still alive and he's shooting at her from a helicopter. She takes her the knife, slices one of the lights that's set up as the Christmas holiday cheer lights or whatever, which apparently the guy who's on fire acts as a counterweight. Pulls her up, she grabs his gun, and then kills Timothy, and is like, "Die screaming, asshole." Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, they make it out, and that's where we get the little finale here.
I believe he asks her, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Are you stupid?"
Yeah. and then so he's gonna be fine. The ambulance is on the way and everything. But then she gets a call from the president on her phone in the car.
Oh, they smash cut to it. That's yes. Yeah. It is a little jarring.
Yeah. She's like, "Well, Mr. President, it was no big deal." I'm like, "What is this? A fucking like another episode of the A-Team or something?" Like,
yeah.
But she turns down the job.
Yeah, because she's a teacher.
Work for the government.
Likes being a teacher.
Yeah.
Well, because she had the key to all the money and the passports and stuff like that now, so she's fucking loaded.
Yep. And
she's drunk?
Yeah, well, that too.
That too.
You know, she can handle it.
But we do get that fun little send-off where Mitch is on Larry King Live, and we find out that Mr. Perkins is being tried for treason in a like this, quick wrap-up thing, and fucking he is wearing the best Herb Tarlick suit I've ever seen.
Only the finest couch upholstery was used in that suit, and it's fucking amazing. It's like green and yellow plaid.
Yeah, and he can't resist the dad joke at the end where he says he's frank and earnest with women. In Chicago, I'm frank, and in New York, I'm earnest. And his wife and his son are watching at home, jaws on the floor, because you know what, the dad who was a fuck up and got jammed up and went to prison for stealing bonds from the police evidence locker is now a national hero.
I get the national hero part, but I like to think of it as them just being like, you know what? He's on Larry King. He's not so bad.
Yeah. No, it's like, oh my God, your dad was Samuel L. Jackson the whole time.
Oh, that's M. Night Shyamalan's The Long Kiss Goodnight.
He's a goddamn chameleon.
And we get one final parting shot where Charlie kills a cricket with a throwing knife. Because teachers do
Still waiting for the sequel. Renny Harlin, make that shit happen.
Please.
The Longest Kiss Goodnight.
I've got bad news for you guys.
What?
They tried to do it in 2007, and
What?
it was ultimately canceled.
What?
Aw.
Yeah, so
What?
it doesn't look like
No.
it's going to happen.
What? No.
Well, now the little girl's all grown up. She could be played by, I don't know, Eliza Dushku or something. Somebody else? All right.
I'm down.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
But anyway, so that's the movie. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious everyone liked it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, watch it. It's Renny Harlin. It's ridiculous. And it's entertaining. So take that as it were. And with that, we are going to take a brief break, I think. So we'll be right back.
What were they thinking?
What Were They Thinking is brought to you by HostGator. HostGator is a leading provider of shared, reseller, VPS, and dedicated hosting solutions. Award-winning support is available 24/7, 365 days a year via phone, email, and live chat. Discover why over 9 million websites trust HostGator. Use the coupon code SCHLUCK for 25% off your first purchase. That's SCHLUCK, SCHLOCK, for 25% off your first purchase.
What Were They Thinking is brought to you today by GameItAll.com. Whether it's video game news, the latest in music, or movie reviews, GameItAll.com is your one-stop shop for all nerdy talk.
What were they thinking?
And we're back.
Nathan? Yes, Brendan? Steven? It's time for a very special point on this show, which we like to call the Low Haiku. Nathan, what is the Low Haiku?
The Low Haiku is the point of the show where we take 17 syllables and perfectly sum up the movie we just spent over an hour and a half talking about. Low Haiku. Who would like
it's the
to
Low
go
Haiku.
first?
Well, Steve is our guest, so we can. I think Steven can start us off.
All right.
Well, gentlemen, I was actually going to take a little twist on this, if you don't mind, in honor of this incredible movie we've been watching.
Are you going to kiss us goodnight?
Dun 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 dun. Mitch helping Charlie with her amnesia. Da 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 da. Found out she's a spy. Da 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 da. Somebody tell Perkins and Timothy that they about to die. 'Cause this movie's a bad motherfucker!
Whoa, come. It's NPR. It's NPR. It's NPR.
The sponsors are not going to like
Hot.
that.
Coming in hot. Too hot.
Oh my
Sponsored
goodness.
by the Gun Corporation.
We appreciate the effort and the energy, but it's a bit much for NPR.
That segment is brought to you by the Marvin Berry Memorial Service. Oh.
I would like to apologize to Dave's Potato Chips.
Yes, the softest potato chips. Want a crunch? Don't get Dave's. So, Brandon, would you like to?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And keep in mind, this is based on some misinformation I had, which was corrected when we recorded this episode.
Okay.
Gina shootin', folks. Doll piss be flammable, yo. Wonderwall torture.
Wow, that was nice. So many things wrong with that, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Glad
yeah,
we were
yeah.
able to fact check that for you.
Well, I knew Wonderwall was wrong, but the other one I believed in 100%.
Wall-to-wall action. A great Christmas movie, too. Gina Davis, hot.
Yes, Gauss, yes. She was quite fetching. Mm-hmm. Gollum? Gollum's here too?
Gollum. Oh. This is creeping me out.
All right, well, let's see if we can get ourselves out.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 15 after the hour. It's 12 degrees outside, so put on your sweaters. Am I
dead
right?
inside.
Well, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the point on the show where we have talked about this movie. We've given our opinion on this movie, but what do we always say?
Well, we always say...
Don't take our word for it. Oh, yeah.
Yes, don't take our word for it. Although you might, because this one's got some good ratings, despite the fact that it is bonkers.
It's got and it's the same almost.
Yeah.
Critics have it at 69%, and the audience has it. All right, Steven. It is pretty funny.
Right.
And the audience has it. The audience decided to bump it up a grade and have it at 70%. 70% positive reviews. So let's dive into some of these here. So the first one I have for the critics here, I wrote this down, is actually a negative one from Jonathan Rosenbaum of the Chicago Reader. And he says, frankly, if I had to see another Harlan Davis movie again, not Harley Davis, that's what I thought it said at first. Or Harley, I know it's Harley Davidson, yeah, I got it. If I had to see another Harlan, fuck. Frankly, take 3. If I had to see either Harlan Davis movie again, I'd opt for the klutzy unpleasantness of Cutthroat Island over the efficient, if equally stupid unpleasantness of this 1996 release.
He's wrong in so many ways.
He prefers Cutthroat Island, even though he doesn't like either one.
Foolish.
They're both fantastic.
You're half right.
Oh, I'm sorry. If we replace Gina Davis with, I don't know, Johnny Depp in drag, basically we have Pirates of the Caribbean. Except Frank Langella is a better pirate than Jeffrey Rush. Fight me.
I'm pass.
David Anson of Newsweek writes, "The Long Kiss Goodnight is the fall's best summer movie."
Yeah.
100% correct.
I got one I actually like here, even though it's a negative review.
Okay.
It's Jeff Andrew of Time Out, who's apparently a top critic. Mm-hmm. The only saving graces are Davis's stripped down, mean as a wildcat portrayal of the Uzi-toting Charlie, and Jackson's engagingly ineffectual turn. I mean, wait, is that a negative review?
I think he's saying those are the only good.
Those are the only 2 things that are good about the movie.
I do.
I mean that is like 90% of the movie. So
you know what though, that does kind of sum up their characters really well, though.
Yeah.
Is Sam Jackson being engagingly ineffectual? I really like that combination of words.
Yeah, he's basically like Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
like he shows up, kind of distracts so the real people can start killing people. But
he's definitely less of a badass than Jack Burton. He's just as talk as Jack Burton. Okay, so Nick Rogers of the Film Yap says, for once, Shane Black's penchant for Christmas isn't merely window dressing. He understands the holidays' sometimes worrying grenade shrapnel shell shock and how claustrophobically cloistering with loved ones often can only expand the blast radius. That's a positive review, though.
Yeah.
Well, Desson Thompson from the Washington Post, he had a negative review, and it says, there's an excessive amount of excess, a mind-numbingly plurality of firearm battles, vehicular explosions, and brutally frank sexual talk.
That sounds like a review for a terrible Michael Bay movie.
It also sounds like a review that would be on like Focus on the Family or the Christian Science Monitor.
I actually was surprised you didn't say Christian Science Monitor.
Peter Stack of the San Francisco Chronicle. By the way, glad to be out of that city. With square-jawed grimaces and big guns, Gina Davis could be a convincing two-fisted, bullet-spraying action hero, if only she had a convincing movie in which to be one. Fuck you, Peter Stack.
Fuck you indeed.
The last one here.
Hot take. I'm thinking Peter Stack didn't like the Charlie's Angels movie either.
What, the new one? The next one is Jeffrey M. Anderson from the Combustible Celluloid. He said, I liked The Long Kiss Goodnight. I thought it was a lot of fun, and the dialogue was funny and didn't make me wince in pain.
Okay.
All right.
It's a glowing review. Yep. Shall we dive into the audience ones? Yeah. Okay, so this is the first review from the audience. It's from Maya P, and I like to think of that as Mayor P, but with an accent. Gives it 4.5 stars. And the mayor says, good old days with good stories.
Let's see here. James W. 4.5 stars. This was classic movie with some of the old school 90s movie lines. You can laugh and joke about these lines all night with friends. 4.5 stars.
That's true.
That's so wholesome.
I got one here from Donald A. Actually, this one's actually really recent.
Donald A. Trump.
Possibly. Not sure why the mediocre reviews. Great writing, a great female protagonist, nasty villains, and witty dialogue make this one fun film and one of the best action movies I've ever seen. June 16th, 2019.
Okay, so this one's from Gary T, and he gives it 4 stars. Okay. I have to step back for the first part of this.
Okay.
Wow.
O&W?
Just seen this movie for the first time and think that this is such a great movie to watch. It's got a good cast of actors/actresses throughout this movie. I think that Brian Cox, Craig Bierko, Patrick Malahide, Samuel L. Jackson, Gina Davis play good roles/parts throughout this movie. I think that the director of this mystery/suspense/action/adventure movie had done a great job of directing this movie because you never know what to expect throughout this movie. ... Warning!
Okay.
Wow.
Larry,
as Owen Wilson would say, wow.
Wow.
Larry W. was a little more concise. Okay. 3 stars. Another movie I haven't seen in 20 years. That's the review.
Trusting his memory.
Yeah.
This one I think is written by Nathan, actually. I should read this one. It is 3.5 stars, so I feel like he may have messed up when he rated it, but it does say any film that successfully makes Gina Davis look like more of a badass than Sam Jackson has got to be worth watching. If only Harlan had made Die Hard 2 this much fun.
He's not wrong, except for the, not 5-star rating.
I just think, the Die Hard 2 thing made me think of you.
Well, Paul G. wrote, it's a duck, not a dick. Possibly one of Sam Jackson's best lines ever. 3 stars.
Yeah, I did see that one. That was pretty good. From Joey S. I saw this in black and white and had to buy it just to watch it in color, but really enjoyed it as far as action movies go. Typical Samuel Jackson character archetype.
What? Where did he watch this in black and white?
Apparently he had a bad TV because they had that in quotation marks, but yeah.
All
right. I've got one more here. It's a 3.5 star review. They didn't give a name, but it just says sorry. It's a little bit typical, but you can enjoy both sides of a woman.
You can. You really, really can.
And how?
Well, my last one is from Doug D. And he gave it 4 stars. And simply writes, "What's a ride super cool?"
That's a Doug, not a dick.
That's a Doug. Doug D.
Doug D. Doug D. Fresh, his brother. All right, well, those are the reviews. Steve, you have a podcast.
I do.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, yeah. Well, me and my wife Izzy host Everything I Learned from Movies.
My wife Izzy and I.
Collectively known as Stizzy.
Stizzy. Yes, Stizzy. We are Stizzy. Yeah, we talk about bad to questionable movies, kind of like this podcast, but better. And we also have interviews. We have our live shows at, oh my god, what's the theater called? Broovies in Ogden, game shows, all kinds of like fun stuff we do. Give us a listen at eilfm.podbean.com or hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at EILF Movies. That's everything I learned from movies. And if you like What Were They Thinking, they're usually on there like once a month.
And I was gonna pipe in when you made the comment about but better, but I'm just gonna let these kids have their moment.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I didn't say anything like that. That's crazy, better.
Yeah. Oh, what?
More later.
Hey, he's about to come in, so you don't want to jump on that line.
Careful, yeah.
Oh shit.
Making his way down the aisle from England, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 3 stone.
He's an ape lady. He's a mistress of the apes.
All right, both of you can stop that right now. That'd be great. All right, thank you. Hello, it's your good friend Montrose Monkington III here. And while I do enjoy the graps, I don't need a wrestling entrance. Although, wrestling reference secured. Please do tune into my YouTube channel, Montrose Monkington TV, and you can also be friends with me, Montrose Monkington III Esquire and Friends on Facebook, as well as tweeting me on the Twitter bot universe or whatever it is, at Montrose III, that's the number 3RD. I'm so glad I could be here, especially after making that run from Homeland Security, leaving those 2 Eastern Europeans in the dust for me to make my way to Canada and be free with you lovely, lovely Canucks. Thank you. More later.
And I just want to say, Montrose, I am impressed that you got here on time. You were literally coming in through the door while we read that last of the reviews there.
I am British and therefore punctual.
And how? Wait,
right.
Milos and Borsti are still in the country, right?
I believe they've been detained by Homeland Security, but I wasn't sticking around for details, as I'm not going back to jail.
I'm pretty sure they're in Gitmo by now.
We should probably get the lawyers on the line. Maybe we could get Harold and Kumar to help them escape from there. But that movie's trash, I mean...
Oh,
we could talk about it and have them get Milos and Borsti out.
Yeah, the one you really need to get the help of is Neil Patrick Harris. He can pull it off.
Fair.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should give a hint ski for next week.
Yes, please do.
Hintaroonie. I should note right now as well that next week will be our last episode for a couple weeks. We're going to take a little bit of a Christmas break.
The fuck?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's how it is, Steve.
So next week of December 16th, and I'm hoping I'm getting that day right. Just 1 second.
I don't think you are.
Nope. So next week, December 19th, will be our last episode until January 9th. So we will also have a Patreon bonus exclusive episode though coming later this month. So be sure to check that out. I think I might just drop that one right on Christmas. So
there you go. That'd be a nice gift to our Patreon patrons.
Merry Xmas.
And to your listeners who may be longing for bad to questionable movie reviews, they can head on over to Everything I Learned from Movies.
Wait, we already did that. Stop it.
Well,
Stop it.
We're going to be available during Christmas. We'll have our year-end spectacular and our 200th episode being released on New Year's Eve. It's going to be fucking amazing. And you can vote for it at EILF Movies. That's Everything I Learned from Movies.
Plugging your shit plugger.
Anyhow.
Good Foley.
Can you give us that hint?
Yes, I'm going to give you the hint. Okay, so continuing the theme of Christmas, of course, for next week's movie, here's your hint. You can count on me. But until then, I would just like to say thank you, Steve. I'm sorry Izzy couldn't be here alongside you, but she is in California, I believe, right?
She is at the SF Etsy Emporium, which would have been a couple of weeks ago. But you can still check us out at Everything I Learned from Movies on...
All right.
No.
Bad Steve.
Slap him with a rolled up newspaper.
No! Mother Superior, no!
Down. Sit.
Come on, let's wrap this up. Come on.
You want a treat? Oh, no, I better not do that because my dog will actually get excited. Okay, this is getting weird. Let's wrap this up because we're over 2 hours now. Yes, so Steve, I just want to say thank you very much for coming once again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Always a joy to have you here. Nathan, I guess I just got to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of a question. I can't really think of what to say. This movie was pretty solid. And we had fun today.
I said, what were they thinking?